Another matter at hand, and of course that is the issue of security. As you know that on Thursday, January 9, 2020, governors of Nigeria's 6 southwest regions, that is Ogun, Osun, Ekiti, Oyo, Ondo and Lagos, launched the Western Nigerian Security Network called Operation Amotekun. And of course this was in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital. Let's take a look at that report and we'll be right back.
The initiative was the outcome of a series of security summits held across the region following the spate of incessant killings by suspected Fulani herdsmen, kidnapping, armed robbery, banditry, and other violence in the southwest. The southwest governors, in conjunction with the Dawn Commission, having considered the recommendations of the security meeting held in Ibadan, came up with the idea of regional security outfits. Speaking at the event, the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum and the Ekiti State Governor, Kayode Fayemi, and the chairman, Southwest Governors Forum, who is also the governor of Ondo State, Rotimi Akeredolu, lauded the initiative, adding that the initiative is not to separate the region from other parts of the country.
For us, we do not want anyone to misconstrue or misinterpret what is happening here. The conception of Amotekun is that we would operate on a state-by-state basis. Osun Amotekun is not going to come and operate in Oyo Amotekun space.
I cannot predict the exactitude of where this unfortunate disturbance will take place. Hence, we felt that a combined effort of all of us will be very necessary. It will save us from all this banditry, terrorism, kidnapping, armed robbery, herdsmen and farmers' conflict, clashes for ritual killings, and cybercrime.
They maintain that the creation of the outfit is to ensure sanity and security of life in the region. So in their separate remarks, the governor of the state of Osun, Boyega Oyetola, who was represented by his deputy, Boyega Alabi, and the host governor, Seyi Makinde, declared that the socio-economic development of the southwest region require high level of security, hence the essence of Amotekun.
The outfit is a further fulfillment of the constitutional responsibility of governments as custodian of the security and welfare of the people. This constitutional role is a parameter for measuring the degree of responsibility and efficiency of government.
It is our priority to ensure that both indigenes and settlers living within the boundaries of our various states can carry out their legitimate activities in a secure environment.
Also, the Yoruba leader, Professor Banji Akintoye, and the
Alright, welcome back. We're still on to Editors Forum, exclusive to Galaxy Television, and there we have it. The 6 Southwest governors taking the bull by the horn in tackling insecurity in Nigeria, and of course they have launched the Operation Amotekun. Of course, we had the governors talking about what the operation entails, but we would note that the Lagos State Governor was not available, and of course the State Governor Dapo Abiodun was not available at this launch. Now, of course, there's been a lot of reactions on this issue. We had the Northern youths blowing hot over the Southwest security outfits, and they said that it is a threat to national peace and security. They also stressed that the new security outfit is in the same league with the prescribed indigenous people of Biafra. Victor Aya, we have Operation Amotekun now in motion.
Well, to some extent, it's a good development.
Okay.
But the only query I have with the system is this: do they have the power of coercion? They don't have the power of coercion in the sense that they are not going to be armed. Though the former commissioner of police in Lagos State, that is Mr. Woshoni, who is now senior special assistant to the governor for Osun State on security, did say that the members of the Amotekun will be able to carry their guns. But if we consider the scale of insecurity we are having in the country today, we have herdsmen that are moving about with AK-47 guns. We have bandits and all that are going about with sophisticated weapons. how can the members of Amotekun be able to restrain the activities of these people I've just mentioned? So if you don't have the power of coercion as a security agency, you are wasting your time. You have power to arrest. You know that the Constitution empowers you to arrest. I have power to arrest. But if I don't have the power of coercion, it is the power of coercion that makes you to be able to be effective. And that's why a small boy, as a military man, can slap you and you not retaliate because he is holding a gun. Because you know that if he shoots you, that will be the end of your life. But you have a security system that does not empower the people. How are they going to be able to contend and contain these marauding people that they are trying to contain? It's not going to help. And one thing I have seen in this country is that we like to deceive ourselves. Instead of going full-fledged to demand for state police, we are coming up with all these things that cannot effect change in the security architecture of this country. We need state police. Anybody that is against state police is telling this country that the country should break up.
But don't you think that this will lead towards state police when it's still
there is no constitutional empowerment. You have to amend the constitution to enable the state to have state police before you can have state police. What they have now, without constitutional backing, they cannot carry weapons. It's just like this Lagos State neighborhood watch where you see the riding bicycle. Can those people confront insecurity? Can they go and arrest somebody that is holding gun? They cannot. So it's just a waste of time. Let us tell ourselves the truth. In this country, we want state police. And to the northern youth that are lambasting the Southwest Security Agency, I ask them, do the Hizbam in the north, are they equivalent of Boko Haram? The civilian JTF that they told us that they are helping the soldier to fight Boko Haram over there, are they also Boko Haram members? I think these are provocative statements should be stopped in this country. You have this thing in your own place. Very soon, now a Kanu, I as a Christian cannot board the same tricycle with a woman, and yet I'm not a Muslim. So you are enforcing your Sharia on people, but you don't want other people to protect themselves. Is that how we are going to run this country? It is high time we told ourselves the truth in this country. If we want to be together, let us be together. If we don't want to be together, let us disintegrate. There is no way in the world you compare people to unite. Unity is by dialogue, is by discussion. It is only in Nigeria that people are being forced to be one, and the reason is because of oil. Take oil from Nigeria, there is nothing called unity. It is the only crude oil that is making us to force ourselves to say we are one, we are one. Why should we be having different laws in some part of the country, but other places can leave themselves porous? Some people will just migrate from anywhere, come out and massacre people and go away. That statement, the SARS should warn that they should withdraw that statement. Nobody is a baby in this country now. Nobody is afraid. The weapons of destruction does not belong to one part of the country. That's a certain part of the country condone and comport themselves. They don't hurriedly kill people. Does not mean that they are weakly. The gentility of a leopard does not confer on a leopard as a lazy animal. It's just because some people they are likely to some extent that they don't just take laws into their hand, kill people anyhow. Nobody has the monopoly of killing. We have to tell ourselves the truth in this country.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank God that you mentioned the word leopard. I was asking around this word Amotekun until I found out that it's actually the Yoruba word for leopard. So I think when we look at the operation, we should look at the animal leopard and see how it operates. Over to you, Emeka Madunago.
No, I think I commend the governors for taking that bold step. It's long overdue because the President Muhammadu Buhari has been passionate about community policing.
Yes.
And if we want to build a secure society, we must go to the grassroots. We must ensure that, we create a conducive environment for people to do business, for investors to thrive and all of that. But I think something is actually missing. You heard the military and the police say they will not be a part of it. Because why? In Lagos State, you have a vigilante group of Nigeria, which has been trained by the DSS, by the military, by the police. They actually helped a lot in dealing with Bado in Ekpe, in
Yes,
Ikorodu. They did a lot of work. But I don't know why the state government is leaving them out of this arrangement. I don't know why. I mean, I've made inquiries and they're saying that the state government has not even told them anything about Amotekun. Now it's for the state government to come out and tell us why the governor stayed away, one, and then two, why is, I mean, you have a ready vigilante group, registered, trained, so it's so easy, unless there are some political undertones that people are not disclosing to us. In Ogun State, you have the Vigilante Service of Ogun State that has been in operation for some years. They provide security in communities. You have the Nigerian Legion, retired soldiers who provides, security to estates, to communities here and there. And what are we talking about? What else do we need? You already have in different states, you have security trust funds. You have the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. You have Security Trust Fund in Ekiti State. So what it means is that the source of funding shouldn't even be a problem. The federal government is, working also on its own security trust fund, so as to get citizens, because one major component of securing the society is that you must get the citizens to buy into whatever you are doing. You must get the citizens to buy into it. So now, in bringing Operation Amotekun into existence, the governors have shown courage. You saw what happened yesterday on the Kaduna-Gwari Expressway, where an airman was killed, and there are reports that some soldiers were kidnapped. That there were 70 armed criminals that blocked the expressway. They were dressed in military uniform. So what it means is that we cannot continue to fight crime the same way we've done it since 1930, when the Nigerian police force was first, conceptualized. We must now begin to address existential threats, because what we have now is not just about pickpockets at Oshodi bus stop or somewhere. It's not just petty burglaries. We now have crime, criminal acts that threaten the very cohesion of Nigeria, that threaten the very existence of this country. So look at what happened in Plateau State the other day. 12 youths killed. Look at banditry in different parts of the country. The people must be drawn in. So that's why you have the hunters coming in, white tappers coming in, farmers, Agbekoya coming in. Then you also have OPC coming in. What needs to be done is that the governors should sit down with the vigilante group of Nigeria, VGN, sit down with the VSO, sit down with the military, the police. They should all sit down and work out modalities for the successful implementation of the objectives of Operation Amotekun. But for anybody to tell me that scheme, that initiative is wrong, I tell the person, you are behind time. Okay,
Emeka, would you also advocate that, we know that this is for the Southwest region, would you say that the Southeast should also develop their own operation to tackle this? Of course,
we need this community policing. The threats you have in the Southwest, may vary significantly from the kind of threats you have in the South-South, in the Southeast, Northwest, Northeast, North Central. So what we need is that we must drill down to the sources of these problems. We must not just take the problems, we cannot continue with the current ministry structure of the federal police. We must take these things to the people. So in other words, if traditional rulers are involved in maintaining security, ensuring security. Now, if there is a crime in a certain vicinity, the traditional ruler will be called to question.
Okay.
The trained Amotekun operatives will also be called to question. And let me tell you something. In the criminal code, there's citizen arrest in the criminal code, and it empowers citizens to use minimal force to apprehend suspected criminals. So you cannot, it's not about the VGN, they carry arms, they bear arms. The VSOs, they bear arms. So what are we talking about? Vigilantes in different parts of the country. In Anambra State, you have vigilantes, they bear arms. So let us stop playing politics with our very existence. Let us come together, fine-tune this whole process. We've had a Peace Corps bill, it was shut down. We've had Merchant Navy bill, it was shut down. Because some people feel that, okay, we are the ones in charge of security in Nigeria, so nobody should come and take, food from our mouth. No.
All right.
No. We should advance our thinking beyond those, the issues of the stomach.
Okay, quickly, Steve Aya, do you agree with them, or do you feel that this will still threaten national peace?
Well, they have all spoken well. I agree with them, but I have doubts if whether Amotekun will even succeed.
Why?
The question is very simple. We have different kind of security apparatus around the country.
Okay.
Have we been able to tackle the issue of insecurity? We have not. And the reason is why. The answer is very much on the table, very clear to us. It's just unfortunate that we are not looking at it. How many people are unemployed in this country today? How many people, we just talked about how JAM is maltreating young people just to write exams. Have you talked about the level of unemployed graduates in this country today? Not to talk about the level of unemployed secondary school leavers in the country. Not to talk about primary school. Not to talk about the unemployed, the illiterates. Leave that aside. Come to the issue of sustainable development. How developed are we? You find out that while other countries are beating their chests and telling you that their crime level has come down, ours is going up. The reason why it's going up, I'm sorry to say, our government and our government officials are lazy. They are very, very lazy. They are not thinking. Nobody is thinking in terms of development. Now they are coming to tell us that they are going to recruit people. How many people will they recruit? The video we just showed, how many vehicles? 150. Can 150 police? Can it police the entire Southwest? Let's tell ourselves the truth for once. Before, I'm not against it. It's a fantastic idea. At least some people will get employed. But how many? Look, when the person that says that a hungry man is an angry man, it's a true adage. Because look, some people will get hungry at the end of the day and say, look, what do I do? Okay, that is why a rich man can never live in the midst of poor people, because the poor people will keep buckling his house and collecting until the rich man begins to think of how to help those people get employed. We will continue to fight insecurity. In fact, it will get worse if we don't do anything about it. Since this government came into power, how many jobs have they created? The mega figures, we have created 20,000. We are thinking, is 20,000 equivalent to over 25 million people that are unemployed? See, what we need in this country is to go back to those millennial development goals and begin to work on them. Yes, and begin to work on them and make sure that we have sustainable investment in terms of this. So, because some of these crimes are not really crimes that occur because the person is a criminal.
So it's like poverty-induced crime. It's
poverty-induced criminal. It's poverty-induced criminality. That's what you see. The small guy that will try and steal my phone today, he succeeds in stealing the phone today. He goes and sells it. He comes back again, he succeeds. The next time you say, okay, if I've succeeded in stealing phones, next time let me go upgrade it to laptops. From laptops, he upgrades it to cars. From cars, he now starts entering the road and all those things. It doesn't start today. It's something that has gone on. So while I will comment, I will say, okay, Amotekun is fine, it's welcome, it's a fine development, it's this and that and that. The truth of the matter still remains. Where you have more than 80% of your population in poverty, no amount of security outfit or security apparatus that you will put on ground that will work, because those poor fellows are going to continue to think of how to break those securities, and they will do it. And they will do it with a lot of havoc.
Okay.